GooBalls.
Justin's creeping up on you there, General, for the most gifted subs. he's only 300 away.
You Wardam, gotta keep an eye out on him. One day he's just gonna come in here, swing it. Oh, snap. Okay.
I don't know. Do we rock out to this one or should we take another one?
Okay. I think
I'll turn up hyper post. Oh, this is actually a lit one, bro. Let's do. Meds.io, discount code GOO15.
So what our guest doesn't know is all we do is dance for 2 hours.
Loud music, can't hear anything.
So I hope you came prepared. No,
but check out the little auction. We got some battles in the auction here.
We got a little whale fight going on.
We do have some fighting going on.
Now, who is MTTG?
That's Boulder Magic.
Is it? What does MTTG stand for?
I don't know, but he said when he created his account, he meant to make it MTG, and he actually put 2 T's and just left it.
Hey.
We can get that up on the screen, actually, if someone wants to do a screen share.
We have 13 minutes left on that. Justin said he's going to be MIA for the first hour. He might miss out on this then.
Here, I'll share my screen. And then, yes, ladies and gentlemen, we have a surprise. Kind of a surprise guest. If you're in the GooBalls Discord, you know who our guest is here today. But we're going to bring him up on stage in a moment.
Put it in the private chat.
I'll put it in the private chat. I did put it in the main chat, too.
Okay.
And to our guests, if you could do some, if you want to do a little homework before we bring you up on here, because we got another, 2-3 minutes at least before we bring you up. You might like the discount code from what I remember about our interaction together. So check out mindfulmeds.io, GOO15, and if you need any type of connections with the owners,
speaking of that, where's Brett been?
Speaking of the guy that I said we're really good friends with, where's he been? I'm sure if we hit him up, he would say, I think he just, you guys know this better than anyone. Showing up for a show once per week, whether it's an hour, 2 hours, or 3 hours, is hard work. Like
today, I almost thought about just not coming.
Well, because it's your favorite holiday, I can understand why. But yeah, this is just a message to anyone who's a creator out there. Yeah, I mean, when you commit to doing a show, even if it's one a week, it's a real job. So shout out to, I just want to tip my hat and round of applause to Chetty and Keeks for all the hard work that they've put in. We got a lot of friends, mutual friends that would not have been able to last a year and probably a year and a half. We've been doing it now, so good stuff. Let me do a little chat chant here. So we got the auction winding down here with Goo Madden. So if you guys haven't placed your bids on Goo Madden, I know we just dropped a link in the Twitch chat. I'm gonna do that again over here just so you can see it. There's the Twitch chat. Boom. All right, so I guess we go ahead and dive into it. We'll bring the auction back up on screen after we do a brief intro. Just make sure we get it up there on we'll call it the final 5 minutes. But I do want to give a full proper welcome here to our guest today. So how did I meet our guest, or how did we get connected with him? He was actually at a meetup during NFT NYC that Chetty was at it briefly. It's the one we talked about where it was Chungos and Cryptoon Goons. There might have been one other project there. I don't remember. Oh, GooBalls was the other project there. And this is about an hour and a half into, we'll call it a 3-hour event. I'm waiting to go to the bathroom, standing there. The party is in a clothing store, kind of like a cool little bit Brooklyn vintage clothing store. And this guy walks up to me, and you can tell he's just in a good mood. And he's like, "Hey, what's up, man? Like, how's your day?" And I just remember he was really cool, and he like genuinely cared about how my day was. And he didn't have to walk up and be so nice. He could have just turned and just waited to go to the bathroom like everybody else, but he really went out of his way to say what's up. And he happened to be a Cryptoon Goons holder. He might have a Chungo, or maybe now he does. I'm not sure. And then I later on to do some research saw he's doing some of his own art as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, and we didn't do a mic check yet, so we apologize if when he comes on stage it's a little glitchy, but I think it's going to be all right. Go ahead and make some noise in the crowd. And Chetty, if you could hit the cheer button for us, or the clap button. Make some noise, ladies and gentlemen, for Koi Creates, our guest today. And I remember, he did let me know his computer does not have a webcam. He's not shy. He was about to get on with his phone, which if you guys do want to see his face, we can get him on his phone later, but I think computer's easier.
Let's see the mic work.
What's going on, Meg? Good to have you here. Oh, man, we got to get his mic connected.
All right, mic is not working.
We actually didn't have a guest today. We're just messing around with you guys. No, Koi is our guest. So, Koi, probably got to play around with the microphone settings a little bit. We can't hear you right now. But what we'll do is we'll just leave you up here, and then once you figure it out, you'll start talking. You might have to refresh the web page, the browser page that you're into. But we're gonna bring this auction back up on screen here. So, Chetty, Keegs, we'll just keep talking, Koi, until you figure it out. All right, cool. He's going to figure it out. Well, I guess in the meantime, we can drop his Twitter handle in the chat so you guys can check him out. He's closing in on 20,000 tweets, 3,400 followers.
What's funny is I was just looking at this. Goo Madden has 58 views. I went to my Chungo, the one that you bought for me. That only has 46, and that's been out for a long, long time. And this has only been out for a week.
Wow, I think we're doing something right with Goo Madden, and I also think it's
I do like that.
A little bit of a cherry on top from the Univoice. Now that we've started to craft the GooBalls story, I know you hopped off a little early last week, Keith.
I hopped off on time.
Oh, you hopped off on time. I think Chetty and I stayed late, and I said to Chetty, I'm like, dude, I think this might have been like one of the most pivotal episodes we've ever done because stories are priceless. So I'm looking forward to how we elaborate. I was even thinking like for Professor Puddlesworth, I'm like, do we even show what do we make him like God? Like he's always a mystery. Like no one ever knows what he looks like.
I gotta design him.
Are you sure? Because that's like creating God. You know. I think it'd be dope if he always remained like a mystery. But that's my 2 cents. What do you guys think? Let's see if we get Koi to.
Koi ready?
We'll try it. Mic check. You can't hear it. Now, you know what, Koi? What could work is if we can't figure this out to maybe try it with your phone, as you mentioned. That actually, it's not functionally, it's not going to be as easy for you, but it'll get your face up.
I've heard with Windows 95, it's tough to get that mic to work.
We're trying them. Koi loves NFTs. He did tell me he loves Windows 98. Actually,
I thought he would be privy to the Millennium Edition, the 2000.
Windows XP.
Millennium's right before the XP.
Okay. Oh, there we go.
We got Windows 95 joined.
I don't know if you heard the jokes.
You probably didn't.
Koi, what's poppin', dude? Let's give you a proper welcome here. We'll hide this real quick. Good to see you, bro.
Hey, good to see you too. Thanks for having me tonight, guys.
Yeah. Did you catch the intro? How we got connected?
Yeah, I was listening to it. I could hear it, but my microphone wasn't working on my computer for some reason.
So is your memory as vivid as mine? You remember that moment? Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. That was a good event too. I met some cool people there, like yourself.
I remember you were telling me that you had some extracurricular activities that day, and I was like, dude, nice.
Yeah, that was one of the standout days of the week for me for sure. It was a lot of fun to just explore a bit.
So you ended up there, and by the way, we're just going to leave this on screen. We're doing an auction for one of our GooBalls, and you'll see today kind of how we create these things and auction them off to the community one by one. But again, you're the star of the show today as well. So how did you get connected with that group? I think it was through Cryptoon Goons, right?
Yeah, so I'm a Cryptoon Goons holder, and yeah, one of the guys there, Drew. I always like to see him whenever I get a chance to, and I see him at events and stuff. So I wanted to just pop in and say hello and congratulate them on the good work they're doing. Because
Drew, that's right, I remember him. Is Drew? Is he the founder or co-founder?
I believe he's the CEO. It's like there's a whole team, but I know he's not the artist. There's a different person that does the art, but I know he handles a lot of the merch and stuff like that.
Yeah, we might have to snag one of these.
Cryptoon Goons. I'm actually looking at them right now too.
Yeah,
They're pretty
them out.
cool. Chaz, it looks like that game. Remember that game we played? It was a 2-player game.
Yeah, Cuphead.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
looks like that.
How did you get into that community?
So at one point I was like a lot more focused on picking up PFP projects. Probably about 8 months ago, I'd say, around there. And I was looking around at different projects that I liked that held like different floor prices, and that was one of them that I had noticed. And when I found out who the artist was, I realized that he was like from the same city that I live in. So I just wanted to kind of like show support to someone else that was into NFTs locally and kind of rep it if I can. So yeah, that's the main reason. And then I found out that I know more people from that community than I originally thought. So it was cool.
Are you in the New York area? I don't remember.
Yeah, I'm upstate. I live in Syracuse.
Okay. Actually, that's coming back. So Drew is from upstate New York area.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm asking you.
Yeah, yes, I'm sorry. Yeah, he's from my city as well. I originally like met him through my job. I would pick up a lot of their merch and stuff. So, good dude all around.
Yeah, and I see you are you're kind of building out your own project. I don't know. I want to say now because maybe you already had it when we met, but it looks like you're doing some of your own stuff.
Yeah, more focused on just like putting art on the blockchain, especially graffiti. I feel like it's kind of like a void to be filled, and for graffiti artists, it's tough to make a living off your craft. So I saw a good little bridge there, and I really, would like to see the art form highlighted more. So I just try to put some of my work out there.
How's it been going for you?
Honestly, lately I've been kind of focused more on like putting art together for interviews that we do once a week. But I've been tinkering away at little ideas on the back end. Like I've just put more focus into, we do like free editions for every interview that we do. So I've been putting more time into getting those prepared than some of my own stuff. But I did one collection that was attached to physical canvas when I first started making my own NFTs about a little over a year ago. And I basically just digitized each piece, and whoever ended up purchasing it, I sent the physical canvas to them for like no extra cost. So that was a cool experience.
Yeah. And how'd you even get into graffiti?
So I'm from like a smaller area outside of here, and one of my friends was very artsy, and I kind of like, I went over to his house one day and just saw him sketching some letters and trying out ideas, and like being in an internet age, very quickly I just started like running down a rabbit hole of looking for more knowledge about it. And then once I moved out here, I kind of met more of a larger scene, because where I grew up, it was literally just me and my friends. We didn't really have anyone to look to learn about it. So now that I've been out here, it's like cool to have a little bit of a community where you can kind of learn about the culture and the history, and and people just know different techniques with paint and all sorts of different stuff. So, yeah, I don't know. I've always liked seeing it on the trains when I was a little kid, and
Yeah.
it just kind of sparked my interest there, and I've just ran with it ever since.
Chetty, did you ever get into graffiti?
No, I didn't. It's
He's our artist. Me and Keeks just
Ah,
show up once a week and talk.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's a good gig for us. You know?
Wait, is the auction over? I didn't even know that.
Yeah, it is. By the way, we got to give a congratulations to Boulder Magic coming out on top. I think,
Which is funny because he made 2 bids at the end there.
Yeah, he did. He really wanted to hammer it home. Congratulations, Boulder Magic. Keeks, I like that you linked this to. I just saw you linked it to the replay. If anyone ever wants to look at it, that's smart. Well done.
What'd you say?
I just see that you linked the creation of it to the stream we did. I didn't notice.
I do
you
it every
doing
time. I just put a link to the YouTube.
Yeah, no, that's good. So yeah, Coy, we go live once a week. The GooBall that we create live on stream last week, the auction always ends at the beginning of this one, and then today what we'll do is we'll create one with your help and audience participation. Throw that bad boy up for auction, and then just rinse and repeat week after week until we hit 600, because 600 spells GOO, goo. So
I
welcome
like
to
it
the
a
party.
lot. That's a really cool way to like interact, you know.
Definitely. We had actually, did you get to meet okay, I think his name Chief Chungo from the Chungos project.
I'm not sure actually. I don't
Yeah.
think so.
He was there that day. He was on stream a couple weeks ago, and yeah, we used to be on the Wax blockchain, and we're just branching into Ethereum now, and so looking to talk to as many ETH heads as we can. So I figured you could kind of tell us again what you're seeing in the space right now. What do you what excites you? Because obviously there's a lot of, I think, fear just in blockchain in general right now. On that note, I mean, what are you seeing right now in the NFT space, ETH in particular, that gives you some optimism?
You know, like I think one thing that keeps me kind of optimistic about the community is the fact that like no matter what the price is or anything like that, there's always going to be people that kind of come and go during those highs and lows and you know, time periods, I would say, where, you know, when things are up, everybody's around and excited, but like when the price isn't as high, there's still really genuine connections being made. And so I see a lot of really dope networking where, especially for me, at least within the one-on-one art community, a lot of people are starting to like open up and, you know, invite me to group chats and stuff where I have more brain picking that can be done from like fellow artists and stuff like that. So I like seeing that how strong the community is. There's a lot of people that are willing to help each other out and learn and support each other without expecting, you know, any sort of return. So that's really been exciting. To be honest, I haven't really followed the PFP market as heavily as I used to, but I see a lot of people are really into ordinals at the moment, but I don't know how.
I think I actually, you know what? That's what I talked to you about. I remember I was like, what's your take on ordinals? Because we're hearing a lot of hype about it. But like, I just want to know what you thought. And you were like, well, ETH is where everyone's already at. You know, like it's going to take a lot. So I didn't mean to cut you off, but keep going. I want to hear your take on ordinals.
No, it's basically where I'm still at. You know, I'm curious to see what the longevity will be. I think there's definitely going to be a little sub market over there, but I don't know if it'll ever like truly take over the dominance that Ethereum pieces have, personally.
I'm looking at the Cryptoons Goons collection right now. I guess you're on mobile, so it might be kind of tough. Do you want to do any flexing? You want to show off your goons?
Let's see. Here, I can pull my like token number up on OpenSea on my computer.
Okay.
If you want to see the one that I'm working with here.
Yeah.
I only have one goon personally, but I really love the community, and the people that I've met within it have been really dope too. Like there's a lot of I found that there's like a very solid depth of artists and other creators within the community. A lot of like really talented people.
Chetty, we got to get you a goon.
How much are they?
Like I'm seeing 0.14 ETH right now. 0.13 I think is the floor. Yeah, 0.13 is the floor.
Let's
All right,
see.
it is now MTTG owns GooMad, and now I just accepted that offer. 0.02 ETH.
My goon is number 4988.
Let's find it.
I'm actually curious if it's in the like displayed in the original collection still, because I put it through their like staking portal essentially, which gives you the option to have different art.
With the sword.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, I see him.
You found him, Keeks?
Yeah.
Okay. I
Here,
might
I'll
have
send a
searched
link.
it the wrong way. You got it. Yeah. I'm a ETH noob. I don't even know where to go to type the token number.
I just sent a link for you, Adam.
Okay. In the private chat?
No, in the just a regular stream.
Oh. Where is it at? There we go. There. Oh, I like that guy. There he is. So
Yep.
this is the goon that brought you here tonight.
Yep,
Oh,
that's my goon.
You got him back around Halloween.
Yeah, I've had it for a little bit now. Well, it doesn't even really seem like it, to be honest.
248 views. Do you remember what were you doing in that moment besides buying him?
Oh, honestly, man, I was going through a pretty major life transition. There was a lot happening at once. It was a very like chaotic time of my life, but I was in a good position financially because of like a previous NFT investment, and I had set like a little budget aside to treat myself to some NFTs that I had always wanted, and that happened to be one of them.
Love it. So when did you get into NFTs? Like when that boom in 2021 was taking place, or even before that?
Yeah, it's funny how I kind of even got into NFTs because I've been like I was trading crypto. I originally learned about the foreign exchange market and then learned about crypto through that. So I was doing a lot of like buy low, sell high, trying to get better at day trading. And I had nobody around me locally that I knew that was into it, and I was trying to like connect with people. So I just kind of typed my area code into Facebook one day and put crypto after it, and lo and behold, there happened to be a crypto page dedicated to my local area code. And someone in there was making a project on Polygon that was kind of like a guild for my local area, and I wanted to be a part of that and support it. So that's what originally got me into NFTs. And then from people I met in that community, I just started, looking at more Ethereum collections from there. And I've just been in this deep ass ocean ever since.
I missed
Big old open sea.
yeah, deep in that open sea. I missed the. I heard you said that you just typed in crypto in your area code. That's great. I haven't heard that story from anyone before. But you said what was the time frame again?
Oh, that was about October of 2021. Yeah, is when I first started getting into that.
And so you hadn't dabbled with crypto or blockchain at all before then?
Other than just like day trading, like looking at charts, but I wasn't really, trying to digest like the technology behind it and like the deeper understanding of what it entailed.
Yeah. Aside from doing art, what do you find yourself typically doing on a daily basis?
Deliver people's mail, get that out of the way. That takes up a lot of my time.
Are you the middleman?
Yep.
Oh, dope. There we go.
Where do you live? If you don't want to, what state do you live in? You can just do that.
I live in New York.
New York, okay.
What's your social security number? That's cool. We never mailman. We do so. What we do right now is a duck race. It'll make a little bit more sense in a moment here. So we throw a bunch of themes in the hat. and then we'll see what the duck gods give us for a theme for a GooBall tonight. So we got to throw Mailman in there. Maybe we do like a graffiti, even do like a graffiti artist goo. So have like a little spray can or something, Chetty. You can do that.
Yeah, we can do that.
Oh,
That's sick.
a graffiti,
That's it. I'm surprised we never thought of that before. A mailman.
right? What's anyone in the chat saying? You guys got any ideas?
Kui, if you want to check out our website, just go to GooBalls.io. Just put it in the chat. That kind of shows you kind of what we do and some of our old schema when we were on Wax, and then some of our old GooBalls that we've created that Chetty's created. But GooBalls.io.
I'll put it in the private chat for him too. Might be easier.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, I got it pulled up on my computer here.
Did you hear my joke about your Windows 95 computer before you?
Yeah, it actually made me think of some of my old video gaming days where like we used to tell people in Call of Duty like that had a bad connection, like, oh, let the kid behind you at Walmart play, like
Yeah, your Walmart connection.
What was your favorite Call of Duty?
Oh man. Probably the original Modern Warfare 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
I loved COD 4, just Modern Warfare, the first one. That was my favorite.
That's a great one too. I was just really into like quick scoping.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
Yeah, good times, man.
What was this quick scope in Modern Warfare 2 was the intervention, right?
The intervention
Intervention was sick.
with some other perk that you had to upgrade so you could you like zoom right in.
Oh, sleight of hand, right?
Was it sleight of hand?
Yeah, I played too much Call of Duty for my own good back in the day.
Do you play now at all?
No, honestly, like most of my free time, I'm just either like working on some art projects or right now more than ever, I'm out painting because it's just, the warm part of the year. It's easier to get out and do that.
Yeah, that's cool.
And where do you pick the paint?
A lot of like there's some really cool spots here that are kind of, people won't bother you if you go there and paint. So I like to go there and just like take my time and not have as much pressure over my shoulder to watch my back and stuff.
I've never thought about that with the graffiti. I don't think I've ever seen anyone actually do graffiti like live. Now I think about it. How is that? Have you ever had like any close calls or like I've never even thought about that part.
Yeah, I mean when I was like a lot younger, when I first started actively like practicing it and not just drawing it, I got in trouble. So I had to do some community service where I grew up, and
it's funnier the mailman now. It's like,
yeah.
Hey, you deliver my mail this morning. All right, go ahead.
Let's just run it, Adam. You got 3.
Yeah, these are good ones. Koi's tagging every mailbox when he's going by.
Yeah.
Koi creates. Let's do it. These are, I think, these are pretty solid choices. You got the Duck Gods thing ready?
Yeah, I got it ready.
All right, cool. Let's see what we got.
Mailman, let's go.
Shit.
The gods are chosen.
The Duck Gods have spoken.
Spoken,
Nice.
chosen. Mailman it is. The Duck Gods have chosen. So now Chetty gets to work. Have you ever done any, you were talking about interviews, so do you do like art live on stream too?
Not on like Twitch, but we do. My buddy, I don't know if he wants to give out his government name or not. So my Twitter buddy, Pimp Daddy, is my co-host. We do Twitter Spaces where we interview more like one-on-one focused on FT artists, but we actually had like the teammates behind a collection interview with us before as well. That was cool too because it was a little different, but. Yeah, we do that once a week and kind of, ask people about their art journey and what keeps them here.
Yeah. What? How many interviews have you guys done?
Oh, probably like probably around like 16, 17 now, if I had to guess. We've done quite a few.
Okay, I'm wondering, because yeah, that's a good amount. So out of the 16 or 17, what do you find is like the one recurring pattern between most NFT artists? Like what is it that's maybe inspiring them to do what they do?
Honestly, a lot of it, and like I think it's awesome because the responses are so genuine, is people just talking about how important it is to really like build a community around what you're doing and find your niche. That's like we try to ask people like, what would you recommend a newer artist getting in the space? And I like that question a lot because we get a variance of responses, but a lot of times people are just like, build a community, build a tight knit community, because everybody, for the most part in this community, really wants to see each other win. And there's always going to be bad actors pretty much anywhere in life, but the willingness for people to help each other in this community is really cool to see.
Yeah, and that's good that you're building a bridge and providing a platform for people to come talk about what they're working on. It's just kind of puts you in a position where it's only going to help what you're working on, right? So that's good. Chatty, did I cut you off? Were you going to say something?
What?
Oh, I thought I heard somebody like about to say something. Which we got to vote, by the way. If you guys haven't voted yet, make sure you vote. I know
Everyone
I voted
voted B and they won.
B, is it? Okay. And then let's get the color in here. Koi, don't be shy. What color would you like to see this little view?
I like that 11, that purple.
11.
Nice.
Yeah.
What was last week? I already forgot. Yellow? You read yellow last week?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm gonna go with
It was
yeah,
yellow.
yellow.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with
I'm
the
gonna
3.
do- I'm gonna do
Let's throw
this.
3 in there. Let's see what the Goo Crew's saying.
Not much.
Keeg,
Not
what
much
do
at the moment.
What you say, Chet?
what do you pick?
Let me see who's
I
here.
picked-
Rising Dragon.
I like that number 10 actually.
Yamster's here. Rising Dragons. Moonbaz Marty in the house. Master
Rising
Halo.
Dragons is 9.
So we had no leading color yet.
We got a straight up tie. One person's got to break the ice. Whoever breaks the ice, let's do it.
Is Kiko still here?
Probably not.
Koi, for what's the name of your project that you're working on right now?
Oh geez. To be honest, I have art collections just kind of spread throughout the blockchain, a couple under different names, but most of my stuff is under Koi Creates. If you just look that in OpenSea, there's a few different collections.
Is this you? Did you make this one?
No, so it's actually like one thing that I was really fascinated about your guys' project is the way that you go about this this auctioning process is really cool, because that PFP was done by a guy named Subtle Bubble, and it's part of the Sippies, and he basically would have placeholder images, and he would auction those off one a day until there was 100 of them, and whoever won the auction he would reach out to and figure out like exactly what they wanted it to look like, and then the characters would show up and be done in that kind of like chibi style a little bit.
Dude, he's a beast.
Wait,
Can
one
we
says
see-
a goober. Adam, go down a little bit.
We gotta. I think we gotta
Goober
talk.
day
To,
19. Go down.
we gotta talk to Subtle Bubble.
Yeah, we gotta get him on.
Yeah, he's awesome. Great dude. I met him in New York City too.
Nice.
Nice.
Which where'd you meet him at? I know there's a bunch of parties, and there's like the main conference too.
Yeah, so he's part of a collective called Making It 24/7, and they actually held like an art show where they had people's pieces kind of done up in prints and mounted on the wall to come check out. So I met him on Monday out there.
Okay, nice.
Just go with purple, Chet.
So you got there
We'll
early.
go-
Then, if you met him on
We'll go
Monday.
Pink, because
Yeah.
Rising.
Oh, he's got a private Twitter too. Yeah, that's different.
Yeah, I think he did that recently. I don't know what's up with that, but We love Subtle. Subtle's got good vibes.
Definitely. Yeah. Well, yeah. You said you got to meet him face to face too. So if you could put in a good word, I definitely would like to talk to him. And
Yeah, absolutely.
we kind of thought sometimes it feels like we're the only ones doing it this way or auctions. So to hear that somebody else is kind of doing the same thing. I see he's in Brazil too. Or wait, he is Brazilian, but maybe he doesn't.
He's
live
just
there.
all over the place, man. He's been traveling a lot. Like they've been doing events for between like their collective and he did one for like a Sippies meetup recently. So he's been traveling a bit. It's cool to see.
There you go.
I love these reference images.
What so do you have the full USPS outfit?
Yeah, I got the whole kit. I got that fancy little plastic hat.
You got the hat? I gotta get
Yeah.
That's
See, people
great.
come for the money, but they stay for the hat.
Yeah. Let's see, where's our GooBalls collection?
You're right. I can't believe we haven't done a mailman yet. This will be a good one. Do you have kind of like your own logo or anything, Coy?
I have like a moniker. I like to write SOAR. That's my go-to for graffiti. But
You like to put what?
SOAR, SOAR.
Okay.
Nice. Well, you know that's going on this goo ball somewhere.
Oh, sick. Yeah, this is really cool. I like the way that you guys kind of structure this.
Yeah, we have
You
fun
have-
doing it.
I'm looking through. Oh, wait, I think I found it. Looking through your media right now, seeing SOAR. There we go. Hold on, let me just share my screen real quick. So, Chetty, I don't know if you're going to be able to trace this one, but when you write SOAR, does it normally look like this, or do you do it different ways?
Kind of. I do different stuff. I've been playing with more lettering ideas. Like for a while, I got really kind of stuck into one. I wouldn't call it like identical pattern, but I got really comfortable with a certain font I was painting, so to speak. And recently, I wanted to branch out of that and kind of go back to my roots of like experimenting with letters and trying to get a little bit more complex with the designs themselves.
So, typically in the world of blockchain and crypto, the rest of your family thinks that you're crazy. What do your close, friends and family, people that have known your whole life, think about you going down this rabbit hole? And have you been able to bring anyone along the way?
It's such a good conversation to be had. Yeah, like there's people that I've gotten really close with just because we share mutual interest in this stuff that I don't know if we really would have otherwise, And within my own personal like circle though, I have one friend who will like listen to me objectively and form his own opinion, but just like knows himself to know he doesn't have the time to focus on it. And other than that, most of my other friends are just like, at one point I had to kind of simmer down because like every time they come what talks about like is just consumed, and I'm not that deep in the sauce anymore. But my mom's cool though. My mom is really cool about it. She just sees it. She's one of the few people that actually sees the direct connection of like how it's basically just another market to market your art.
Yeah. I mean, arguably the best that the world of art has seen in a long time. I think if done right, NFTs will finally, no, I shouldn't say finally, but be able to reward artists in a way that we haven't really seen. And it'll be good because it's more expansive than narrow. I remember going to, and it's, you never, I think with blockchain and crypto and NFTs, you never know when you're going to wake up and then, today's your lucky day. And maybe that means that we all like to gamble around here, but it just, it happens all the time. People's lives are changed like that. Chetty and Keegs, they always like to make fun of the Bored Ape Yacht Club because they don't like the art that much. But I've got a buddy that minted 5, back when it first came out. And at no point did he think it was going to be, what it was. But pretty safe to say that, like, being in early with that project just changed a few things on his daily life. Same goes for Chief Chungo. He was telling us his story. So it's fun stuff. Maybe you can make fun of us, but at the end of the day, as long as you're having fun, seems to find a way to pay off.
Absolutely. And people seem to really like you said, people's lives change every day because of it. And I like to bust on the Bored Apes too, so we're in good company there.
There you go. Oh man, I had something slip through my head there. I had a good one. It wasn't a Bored Ape joke either. But well, let's see. What else can we dive into here today? As far as graffiti goes, do you see I've seen plenty of graffiti in the NFT world, but who are some of the top would you say the top dogs or people that you model your work after, not only in real, well, let's say in real life, because maybe they're not NFT artists yet, right? So in real life and in internet graffiti, who do you kind of feel inspired by?
That's a good question. I'd say in real life, there's definitely more people that I'm aware of, which is ironic because it's mainly through the internet. But
Right.
I would say like there's a crew called MSK, Mad Society Kings. They've been full of legendary graffiti writers pretty much since like as far as I can remember. I think they came about around like the early 90s, if I'm not mistaken. But it's one of those things where like there's graffiti crews all over the place, but if you see that a writer gets added to MSK, you're like, oh, okay, that's like just a quality writer. It's like that level basically. But my favorite writer of all time is Soffles, Sofles. He's from I believe Auckland, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, he just does really complex letter work, and like I like his use of color a lot. That's where I put like a heavy focus into color theory for a long time with my work, because I just love his use of his color. And he tends to freestyle a lot of his pieces, which is kind of the approach I try to take too, where I don't really, I try not to focus on it too much unless I'm trying to do like a different letter font. Then I'll maybe bring a sketch with me.
He's pretty legit.
I'm looking at his Instagram right now.
Yeah, Soffles. And it's crazy, right?
Dude,
Because
that's a beast.
he's probably not in the NFT. Do you think is he active in NFTs yet?
Thanks
So
for the
it's
follow,
funny,
T-Expert.
like he has. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying thanks for the follow.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I would say like he has his own PFP project, but it would be cool to see him do some one-of-one stuff too. But he has a project on Algorand.
He does. Okay. Yeah, I feel like if you're at this level, you kind of be just leaving a lot on the table, not doing something digital. Similar to, well, I guess Beeple's always been digital, but that was someone who was kind of naturally built to have success with NFTs.
Mm-hmm.
I remember
I would
Beeple tweeted when we were in New York, and this was, I guess, probably more exciting for Chungos, but the day before, or maybe it was 2 days before? No, it was the day before we met. It's crazy how much happened in that week now that I think about it, because it was only like 3 days, but something every day. But Beeple tweeted, "Where's the Nakamigos party at?" And that night, it was Nakamigos and Chungos having a party, and that's where we met Chief. And then the next day, he's like, "Hey, we're doing this other Chungos party tomorrow here. You should come." There we go. Here we are.
That's sick. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure I got. Was that the ones that they collaborated with Shell Orbs too?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I bought a Shell Orb because I was gonna go to that event, and I ended up just like staying longer with the group of people I was with originally, and missed the whole event. So.
What group were you with that night?
I believe I was with the Nuclear Nerds that night. They were like, I spent a lot of time with them throughout the week because they were my first collection I ever picked up on Ethereum, and I just have like a really tight knit collection or connection with a lot of the people in that community. So it was like a lot of the events were really cool that I went to because I got to meet people, and there's a lot of awesome people like yourself that I met. And the Nuclear Nerds one, it felt like I was like at a family reunion, and I was kind of reconnecting with people that I had known for a long time.
Nuclear Nerds. Now I gotta look them up. Keegs, are you doing your research?
I'm on. Yeah, I'm looking at.
He's on it. Nuclear Nerds.
Nuclear Nerds of the Accidental Apocalypse.
Yep, they have a very active community. Like the people that are involved in the project and interested are like actively contributing a lot because they are all about storytelling and they're working together to create a comic book. So it's a lot of really cool stuff.
You just reminded me when you said storytelling. What I said slipped my mind earlier. And I'm checking out Nuclear Nerds right now. Cool. This is funny. I'm going to put it in the chat. So it's taken us, we started, we've known each other, all three of us, we've known each other our whole lives. Chetty and Keegs, they'll do a magic trick for you later in the stream. Just leave it at that. Known each other our whole lives, started streaming a year and a half ago. It just kept snowballing. And then February 2022 is when we created GooBalls. And all this time there's a story as to how everything got created, but we never put an actual story behind the art until last week. And last week we finally put a 3 to 4 paragraph story together on how GooBalls were created, what they do, how they bring joy to the world and people. And I'll do it a disservice trying to just say it off the top of my head right now. But I think we've hit a huge kind of turning point for the project that we've started to focus not on just the sales or whatever, but like really getting clear on, who are we as a project and what is our story? Because at the end of the day, the story is really where it's at. So Nuclear Nerds, they have a pretty cool storyline.
Yeah, also I really like that you guys are going in that direction. Yeah, it's cool. It's like a community co-authored comic book. So I believe they just finished voting on like prompts for content that'll be in chapter 6, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, they take that feedback and then they bring it to the comic writer, and basically the ideas that the community have get voted into the actual story based on, if you have more nerds in your collection, you have more voting power and that kind of stuff.
Nice. Yeah, I'm taking a look at them right now. These, the art reminds me of the Stinky Cheese Man art. You guys remember that book? That kid's book, Stinky Cheese Man?
Maybe.
Let me look it up.
Keegs, you got it. Just look it up.
Sticky Cheese Man, Stupid Fairy Tales.
It's kind of a fairy tale, yeah.
That's what it says.
Oh,
Yeah, it's,
Coy,
it's like a new age comedy fairy tale for kids.
Coy, where did your
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I read it.
where did your username come from? Your Twitter name, Coy.
Oh, so it became it's based off my last name. When I was really young, there was another kid with the same first name as me in my school, and in a lot of my classes we had the same teacher every year pretty much, and he was a little bit more popular and less socially awkward than I was, so people just called him by his first name, and people would just shorten my last name and call me Coy, and it's just stuck ever since. Like, there's very few people in my life that actually call me by my first name outside of like my mom.
They call me Chetty, and my mom even calls me Chetty.
That's awesome.
Hey, you guys, Keeks food. Someone should be at your front door right now.
I have to go check. Wait,
Oh, they look lost. They look like they're driving up and down the street.
Oh yeah, I can see it.
Chetty sees them.
They're stopping. It's not right. It's not at the porch yet, Keeks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I like the name Koi because I don't think I've ever seen it spelled that way before, or even heard anyone say it. And when I was telling Jetty and Keegs that you were coming on stream this week, and I said Koi, everyone was like Koi, Koi. Like it's a fun name to say.
I appreciate that, and it's funny seeing how like people will try to pronounce it when I first meet new people.
Yeah, thankfully I remember meeting you, so I got it right away. But if I just read it and met you, I might have failed on that one.
Yeah, I have a supervisor who I've worked with him for like 3 years now. He still doesn't get my last name right, and I'm like, I don't even bother to correct him. I'm just like, yeah, that's fine.
What I guess what origins is your last name?
Honestly, I'm not sure, to be honest. I think I know like I'm pretty Irish, but it's kind of weird. Like when my mom had me, she still had her ex-husband's last name, so that's where Koyman comes from. So I don't really know too much about his genealogy. Like I'm not like he's not my actual father, so I don't really know too much about his DNA and like where he came from.
Yeah, Koyman though. That's a cool. Is it spelled Kooy? Man. Oh wow, that's very distinctive, right? I don't think I know any of the Koymans.
I think it's Dutch, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong on that though.
It's funny though that you mentioned Irish. Doxing time, boys. That's Chetty and Keegs' last name is Irish, so there you go. The Irish connection.
Definitely in my blood, that's for sure. It's funny too, because now I live like a couple blocks away from like these two bars that have been here for so long because of their like tight knit Irish community. Or like one of them's literally called like an Irish pub, and one of the attractions in Syracuse is this like upside down stoplight that we have like a block away from that bar. So like the red is up at top, and wait,
Red's at the bottom.
no, yeah, red's at the bottom, green's on top, and it's because of like how deep the Irish community runs in that area.
I guess yeah, that part of the country. That's pretty Irish.
Yeah, no, I don't get too heavy into the festivities myself. I'll go drink some green beer, but you know.
There
We
you
don't
go.
either.
That's the way to do it. I'm looking to
look up-
see. You guys got? Did you already get the food?
It's
No,
probably already there, Keith.
Should I go out there and get it?
Yeah, it's
It's-
Should we show the magic trick now then?
Man, that dude was definitely lost though. Now that I think about it, because he's been outside of your house for a while.
Really. I'm gonna go do the
We,
magic
we
trick.
like we like to do Uber Eats deliveries on stream. Normally, when the audience is more, I'm gonna wrangle you guys out around a little bit right here. Normally, when the audience is more lit, we'll do an IRL delivery. I don't know if we're gonna do that today, but every now and then someone will get a burger or a pizza if they tune in at the right time.
That's pretty cool.
And if they're willing to, give us their address, we always joke and say, send me your social security number too. But, yeah, I had to go. Actually, I had to go to Cabo for work recently. I know that sounds silly, go to Cabo for work, but I did. And one of the people in our community lives in the area, and so he made his way out to meet up with me. And he was like, "Man, when I knew that like GooBalls was a special project, he's like, when you guys ordered food to my house, he's like, that was pretty dope." I'm like, that's good audience feedback right there. So
That's cool. You can tell that you guys are very in tune with your community. I love it.
we're kind of like the mailman.
We got some good people.
Dude, I started a spreadsheet of like I don't deliver in the best area, and I started a literal spreadsheet of just weird things that I see. And
That's great.
I told my supervisor one day that I was going to write a book on it, and he was like, "Not until after you leave the post office." And I was like, "Am I not allowed to? Like, that's crazy."
Are you really not allowed?
I don't know. I think it's
I
like
mean, You write it under a pseudonym or something.
Yeah.
I would love to hear a few of the
Yeah.
things.
Then what? Then if it doesn't go off, like if it doesn't get good traction, then it's under the pseudonym.
Right. There you go.
But if it does, then you're set and you don't have to work at the post office.
Keegs, I
would like to at some point. There's some unique stuff that happens, man. That's for sure.
You could illustrate it too with your.
We got, what do we get here? It's really greasy, whatever it is. we got pizza.
Speaking of pizza,
Sheet-
it's a sheets of pizza.
A sheetza.
Do they have?
That's
I think
true.
they have sheets. Did Sheets make its way to upstate New York? Yeah, I know Wawa is big out there.
Oh, I don't know. If there is, I've never seen one. Maybe not this far up.
Sheets and Wawa have beef once you make it down to Pennsylvania because there's both of them. Both known for having touch screens and ordering food at the gas station.
I've been to Wawa before. That was a good experience, but never been to a sheet.
Yeah, both.
Thank you,
both
General,
good.
for the sheetza.
My pleasure. I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna get into tonight.
Let's try the sheetza.
It looked like the pepperoni kind of got swapped around a little bit there.
It's good. It's fine.
All good.
Yeah, well, it's all good.
You guys gonna take a bite? Oh wait, well did you? So you just? I guess you figured out the magic trick now that I think about it. Chetty and Keegs are brothers, and they live in the same house.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's how Keegs was able to deliver Chetty his pizza so quickly.
I kind of figured it out with the last name, and I don't know. I can just kind of get the vibe once you were talking about food that you guys probably live together.
Yeah.
Right.
That's dope.
Man, so many things. So, Chetty and Keegs are in Cleveland. I'm in Tampa, but grew up in Cleveland, and it is pretty mind blowing, boys. When you look at I'm trying to figure out what to get. I can't even figure out what to get right now. And
Yeah, so many options.
yeah, in Painesville, there was like 5 choices. It's like Sheetz, Taco Bell, KFC. That's it. All right, I just scrolled through it. A lot of things just closed now too because it is 10 o'clock. What do you think, Rising Dragons? What should I get? Who else is here? Wardam back yet? Rising Dragons, what should I get? Rising Dragons is dedicated. He's tuned in from Nepal right now. It's like 4 a.m. in Nepal.
That's impressive.
On that note, actually, because I'm sure that's a cool thing about NFTs for sure. I've met a lot of people all over the world now.
I met somebody IRL in Switzerland.
That's right. Yep, Keegs met up with someone from our community in Switzerland. What are some places of, I guess, people that you've met where you're like, dang, I never would have thought I would meet someone from here.
2 of the people that I got to meet in NYC, one of them was from Scotland, and she's part of the nerds community as well. So it's cool to meet somebody from that far away that I'd kind of built a decent friendship with already. But then I also met somebody that week who I had never met before that was from Zimbabwe, and they actually just recently, within the last month, came up to Syracuse, and
Oh, nice.
we just explored a bunch of different graffiti art spots, and I just showed them a bunch of stuff around the city. It was a lot of fun.
The Zimbabwe connection. Now you got to go to Zimbabwe and do some.
All the way from Zimbabwe.
Yeah, I don't think he lives there anymore. They live somewhere in Europe, but
Okay.
yeah, I remember him telling me his experiences from there made me not want to go there because it was I believe it's still a dictatorship if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Nope. I'm good.
Zimbabwe. What's that, Keith?
Have you been to Africa?
You know, I have not been yet.
Trying to go?
I am. I really want to go to South Africa. I really want to go to Namibia, which is northwest of South Africa. Namibia seems really cool because it's English speaking. It was Dutch colonized. It's a little bit of an anomaly compared to a lot of the other African countries. You can tell it's very well, not too big on politics anywhere, but you can tell it's pretty well governed. Not a lot of chaos. And then there's 2 or 3 major cities there that Nikki and I have like watched YouTube videos on of, tourists just kind of going through, checking out the area, and it's pretty nice. So Namibia would be one place I would really like to check out in Africa. And the main problem is, even if it's Morocco or Egypt, compared to Europe, Africa is just really expensive to get to, and there's not a lot of direct ways. I think you can fly out of Atlanta to direct to Johannesburg or something, which is South Africa, but again, it's like an 18-hour flight. So
Wow.
would love to. How about you, Keeks? I don't think you have, but might as well ask.
I've never been to Africa. Closest I've been is Sicily.
That's right. Which actually isn't too far.
No.
Is Sicily closer than Napoli?
Actually, yeah, it is. Sicily's really close. But actually, no, I think that is the closest. But I wouldn't mind going
What
there.
about in Grenada? Isn't Morocco and
Yeah, I was thinking that might be even closer to Africa.
Have you done any outside of the U.S. travel, Coy?
I've been to Canada for wrestling in high school.
Oh,
And-
you're a wrestler. Nice.
Yeah, I went up there for a tournament one weekend. I wish I had started when I was younger, though. I really enjoyed it in school, but I started way too late.
Man, wrestlers don't get enough credit for how in shape you have to be. I remember because I played basketball in high school and college, and I just remember, we would be running sprints in the gym, and then we come out into the hallway to get water. And I swear, every time we're in the hallway getting water, there goes another wrestler running the halls. It's just nonstop. We think we got it hard. These guys don't stop running. So I remember that.
Yeah, making weight is something I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy.
Our buddy Alonzo Turner was a wrestler in high school.
That's
Did in
right.
college. He was runner-up in the whatever tournament for state tournament. And then now he's in UFC, and he just won his second pro fight.
No kidding. That's awesome.
Yeah, he's doing pretty good.
I watch a good bit of UFC. Always enjoyed that.
He's done how many pro fights now?
2, and he's 2-0.
Okay. Wow. Zoe, he's crazy. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's how you gotta be. You gotta be a little ready to just get after it if you're gonna pursue UFC. Yeah. Where is he? Is he still live in Painesville?
Yeah.
around the area. I don't know if he's in Painesville, but he coaches at Harvey.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. Are you still coaching? Chetty coached tennis and played tennis for a while.
No, yeah. So I played tennis with Zoe. He hit me up 2 weeks ago to play tennis, but I'm too busy working on my kitchen.
Too busy making NFT.
Zay, this guy's supposed to be a postal worker. Doesn't look like it, or what?
He works for GooSPS instead of USPS.
That's beautiful.
Oh, I saw that and I didn't think twice about it until now. It's good.
All right, I'm gonna make a bag, and I'm gonna put Soar on it.
Oh, I love that.
Okay.
Let's go. I'm
You guys
trying to
tell me
figure out, after all the you guys are laughing, after all the scrolling, I think I'm gonna go with Wendy's. And I think I'm gonna go with Wendy's mainly because I know it can get here before the stream is over.
Do you like Wendy's, Adam?
I do prefer Wendy's over Burger King or McDonald's. I find it, in an argument of what's healthier, none of it really is. But I think Wendy's.
So you do like Wendy's, though?
I do.
So you like when these nuts slide across your face?
April, get that one in the replay. We have someone who goes through our stream and clips out highlights, so we'll see if that one makes the cut. Let's see. You threw me
Chili.
off. I can't remember what I was gonna buy now.
Chili from Wendy's sounds like it would do some damage to your bladder.
What would?
Chili from Wendy's. I'm looking at the
Oh yeah.
chat.
I'll
yeah.
make sure I stay away from that. You know what's weird? Oh, there we go. Burgers. Got it. I think we're just gonna keep it simple. Get Dave single. Or should we go Baconator, guys? What do you think?
Ooh.
I don't know if I'd do Baconator. Let's.
Baconator was always my go-to. when I went
Same.
to Wendy's.
Yeah, it's hard to deny it, ain't it?
Yeah.
I mean that. Oh, I don't know if I'm trying to do that to myself right now. I'm like looking at it. A half pound of fresh beef, American cheese, 6 pieces of bacon, ketchup, mayo,
6
carnivore's
pieces of
rejoice.
If you're going Wendy's, you gotta go.
They got the son of Baconator, but I always did like the JBC though too, the Junior Bacon Cheese Boyga.
Did you eat yet?
We ate at like 4
Oh,
o'clock.
because you were flying today, right?
Yeah, so on that note, I guess I probably could handle the caloric intake. Or I could just get a couple JBCs, but will I really be full? Man, so many decisions to make. How much is a Baconator? You know, Wendy's also has a Big Bacon Classic. I don't really know. I don't have that. Ooh, the Ghost Pepper Ranch Chicken Sandwich. That sounds good. I just need to pick. All right. Coy, what's your when you get the splurge on some fast food, and maybe you're like Keegs. Keegs actually never eats fast food unless I'm buying it for him. But if you do like fast food, what's your go-to?
Oh man, lately it switches sometimes. Like lately though, I've been really stuck on the grilled cheese burritos from Taco Bell. Those are pretty good.
Making me wonder if I should just close out of this right now and shift
Or
over.
how about a cheesy gordita crunch? Those are always good.
That's solid. I like a nice cheese quesadilla too. Keep it plain and simple.
There you go. What do you go with? Mild, hot, fire, or Diablo?
If I'm gonna use sauce, probably mild. My favorite thing lately is they'll ask me if I want to round up to the next dollar to donate to their local scholarship, and I just like going, "Oh no, I dropped out," and seeing how they all react. Gotten a free drink from one guy because of it, because I made him laugh so hard.
That's good. That's good. Let's do that one too.
I like
Those
this
are
meal.
always the best entrepreneurs, by the way. So you're definitely onto something. The people that said screw school. Meanwhile, you got people like Chetty who was diligent and paid his whole way through school, and now people are getting what was it? What was he?
Well, no, they didn't actually go through. You're talking
I
about
remember you-
the bill.
Chetty was getting mad when everyone was basically getting like free money during COVID for college.
Yep.
Can't blame
Yeah,
him.
I paid off all my debts with the obscene amount of overtime that the post office makes you work until you get your own route.
Oh, actually, yeah. Let's.
You have your own route now.
Yeah, thank God, dude.
Yeah. Or I don't know if he was talking about it while you were getting the
Well,
food,
no.
but
How long you been? How long you been doing the post office thing?
A little over 3 years, and I've been a regular with my own route for like a year and a half.
How long does your own route take you normally?
Pretty much 8 hours every day. My route's not bad. Some people's routes are a little long, but it's a thing that constantly fluctuates because like once a year they try to review each route to determine, like if it's too long or too short. 'Cause it depends on the carrier that's on it too.
so do you take your time that when they're investigating, like go a little bit slower? That way, it's not too long.
It's funny that you say that because they always like choose to walk you on your route on like the lightest volume mail days. So yeah, definitely. Like definitely.
So what do
Yeah,
they do? They follow you around or what?
Yeah, dude, it's so funny. Like, so I talk to my buddy who works for FedEx on like a daily basis a lot. We'll just talk on the phone while we're working.
Yeah.
And you know, the other day he was like, dude, I think I just saw them walking somebody on their mail route for the first time. And I was like, oh yeah? He's like, yeah, there's these two guys with like button-ups walking behind them. I was like, did they have a clipboard? He's like, yeah, one of them did. And I'm like, yep, that's exactly what they're doing.
What a lame job.
Yeah, they literally follow behind you and they have to like, they'll ask you like, did you have mail for that house? And I'll be like, yep, like both apartments or whatever the case will be, because they're literally like tracking volume for each house.
Yeah. That is funny.
Yeah, couldn't be me, man. It drives me nuts too, because it's like typically on those days you can't listen to any headphones or anything. You basically have to like pretend you like this person for the whole day.
Yeah. That's probably a good part about the mail carrying life. You can have a headphone in and listen to whatever you want to listen to or talk to whoever you want to talk to.
Yeah, we find our own little loopholes. Like our contract says you're technically not supposed to have anything in your ears. So
Yeah.
I wear this, like, you can actually see it. But I wear this headset that like sits on the
Okay.
temple of your ear.
Like a bone one.
That like, doesn't technically go in my ear.
You got. I mean, yeah. If you have to have music or podcast or something going.
Oh yeah, at least
Oh,
in one ear,
there.
keep one ear open or something.
Yeah.
Exactly. I keep it
Our
on a
guy
low
touches
enough
the phone every day.
Yeah, our mailman here is he's always on the phone.
Oh yeah, dude, it just helps the time pass. And like,
And you get
If I'm not-
to talk about and hang out with your friends, basically.
yeah, it's cool. I keep in touch with my buddy. The guy who delivers for FedEx has literally he's like my first friend I ever made as a kid. So it's cool to keep in touch with him.
Yeah.
And then if I'm not talking to him, I'll a lot of the time I talk to my co-host that we do our interviews with.
Yeah.
Just, you know, ideating and, you know, thinking about what we can do to make our show more unique.
That is a good job.
word. That's a good word you just used there. Ideating.
Yeah, he's the big dreamer. I'm more of a realist.
Me and Adam.
Definitely. No, but that's now that I think about it, being a mailman is a great job for building out other businesses if you want to, right? Because
Yeah.
it's not. I mean, I'm sure you have days that are really hard or maybe challenging, but a lot of the work can kind of be like you can be on the phone with your buddy, planning out, you know, what you're going to work on later that day or whatever. Like it's pretty helpful. Is there any times where you have to be on the phone with like someone from work?
Oh yeah, they'll call me to ask about packages and people's like something going on with somebody's delivery or something like that. But no, it's definitely like the benefit of it is that I have so much time to just like be in my head and think about ideas. But the catch-22 of that is like I can't act on those ideas in the moment, and so you know you have to really like if it's that important, you got to write it down so you can come back to it when you get a chance to, or
Yeah.
you know, I get anxious to get home because like what I really want to do is work on these ideas.
Have you built connections, friendships with certain, I don't want to call them clients, but there's certain people that you deliver to?
Yeah, definitely. It's cool to see, like, even if you switch routes up, you know, you're always going to have some customers that like will look for you when you come every day, and you know, there's some cool people on my route for sure. People will look out, give you like Christmas cards and stuff like that.
Nice.
There's a guy who like he'll grab me a Dunkin' gift card every once in a while just because he appreciates me like going out of the way to grab his outgoing mail. I hope that dude wins something from Publisher Clearinghouse because he's always freaking giving them money.
My next question is, do you have anybody on your route that, and maybe this is a separate thing, because if like you know those eBay guys, they'll just send out package after package. Do they have to go to the actual post office to do that, or are you dealing with that?
Oh man, I have one specific customer that comes to mind, and like this dude orders a bunch of stuff, man, a bunch of unique stuff. Like I've delivered like live animals and stuff before. For his
Wow.
Dang.
Live
Yeah.
animals?
Yeah, he's got his own business though, so he's always sending something out, and they're nice people. They're really nice people, but yeah, it's like sometimes I'm like really micromanaging my day, and I'm like, oh, I gotta stop and pick up all these packages. That's gonna.
Yeah, because it's some days it's probably better than others. Because some days, dang, you don't even realize how many things he's got ready for you.
Yeah, yeah, and there's like you're supposed to put a request in online if you have like a package pickup, and it'll send me like an actual printout to my little office where I sort in the morning.
Is that
But, you
tough
know,
recording?
It definitely takes practice. Like there's a certain standard that they want you to get to time-wise, but when you're still trying to get to the point of getting your own route, it's definitely a lot to do all at once because you can be on a different route every day wherever they need you.
Oh,
So
yeah.
until you kind of figure out your bearings and know your office a little bit, or just get a route and do the same thing every day, it can be kind of
Yeah.
mentally taxing.
So what time do you start in the morning?
Usually like 7:30, and then I'm done by 3:30 because I
Okay.
I don't really take a lunch.
You
So
just
it
go
saves
right.
me time. Yeah, man. It's a means to an end for me. It's not a bad gig by any means, but it's also not what I want to do
Right.
forever. So
I'm in
Yeah.
the same position with my job probably.
7:32. I mean, so yeah, you're getting going at 7:30. So what, are you waking up at like 6 maybe, or what time are you?
yeah, right, a little after 6. I'm definitely not the best morning person, so I just kind of like give myself the least amount of time to get ready.
Sounds like Adam.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the. Well, if I need to do something at 7:30, I'll set my first alarm for 6 because I know I won't be waking up until like 6:45.
Gotta have the stagger.
Gotta stagger it.
I hate.
'cause-
You send me an alarm, and I'm getting up. I don't
oh man, I was about that life for a while, and I tried so hard to do it, and I just like too many times I would hit snooze and then oversleep. It's like I
Yeah.
have to like set these ones, and my wife hates it, but
I mean,
whatever.
why try to be something you're not?
Why what?
Why try to be something you're not if you know you're not going to be that way?
Exactly. So, Chetty and Keys, did you see Zate said he's in Ohio right now?
I did. He said he's in Youngstown.
Okay. That's not too far from me. Hey, is that Rising? Who is that? Someone said they sound like me. Who is that? Rising Dragons. Love it, man. Well, Rising Dragons, am I right? Is it 4 a.m. or?
No, he said it
5
was,
a.m.?
at the time, he said it's probably 8 o'clock now. He said
Yeah,
something about
like-
7.
Oh, it is earlier in the day, actually. Yeah, should know that. Shout out to Nepal. Namaste. So, Koi, what about, because I feel like if you're dealing with an 8-hour route, there's got to be a couple people in there too that like they always want to talk, and then you're like, all right, I gotta go. Does that happen?
Yeah. There's definitely some like. It's interesting too. Like my FedEx buddy jokes with me all the time. He'll be like, we'll be talking on the phone, and if people start stopping me to talk to me too much, I'll just hear in my ear like, "Oh my God, it's the mailman!" Like, he makes it seem like it's like the most eventful thing these people deal with all day long. So
That is true. That is
get some
true.
long-winded people for sure.
The mailman. Well, it's definitely a good way to build relationships with your clients, I guess, like you said, whether you want to or not, because there you are every day. How has it been working with Amazon? Because I've noticed more USPS stuff. I'll get more Amazon stuff from USPS than I ever have before, but that I wonder if that's annoying for you.
No, I don't like it. Doesn't really bother me too much. Like in my scenario, it actually helps me because it gives me more volume to help me kind of fill out my day. Because my route is, I'm pretty comfortable with it. I can go at a decent pace and not be pushing myself too hard. So the volume that Amazon adds to it helps. It only got really like chaotic during like the hype of the pandemic where everyone was just ordering things online, and there was a ton of Amazon stuff coming through then, but it's dwindled a bit since then.
How does that even happen? Because obviously you get stuff delivered direct from Amazon or someone who's delivering for Amazon, but then for me, I've just noticed randomly it'll be like USPS delivered it today. Like, how does that happen?
They have like contracts with each other that they negotiate, and I know a lot of it is like overflow and things that like the Amazon themselves just like can't handle. That happens with UPS too. Like there's this thing called UPS SurePost. I get a few packages that originally came from UPS that we're delivering. Sometimes FedEx gets stuff too. The FedEx ones are interesting because some of those will have a post office barcode on them, but they're being delivered by FedEx. That trips me out.
Or say it again, the what?
Like it's just interesting. Pretty much all these delivery companies have like contracts with the other companies to handle each other's packages in certain situations.
Keegs is pretty good at handling packages.
I was gonna. You guys have a contract for that too, right? As soon as he said that, I'm like, if I don't say it, Chatty's gonna jump on it. The nature of GooBalls is pretty fun, loving, and innocent, especially the story, which we got to share the story with you. So we always try to stay in the PG realm. Every now and then we'll branch out talking about packages. But what are some up and coming projects that you've been keeping your eye on that you think? I know everyone here is maybe not the biggest Bored Ape fan, but what's the next? That's the phrase in the space, isn't it? What's gonna ape? This is gonna ape. What's the next thing you're seeing that's gonna ape?
I'll be honest, man. Like, I don't really know. I've been very disconnected from like PFP based stuff where people are collecting it, trying to flip a profit. Like the past few months, really, I've just been connecting with more one-on-one artists, and there's people that make money off of one-on-one art as well, but I've just been more focused on making a larger network of artists and learning more about the depth of the ecosystem rather than focusing on like trying to make a profit.
Yeah, well, so that's really a really good way to put it too. On that note, who has impressed you from I guess a creative and authentic standpoint more than the average?
That's a good question. Well, generally speaking, one of the people that we interviewed was Deezify, who Deez is awesome. He's been in the space for a while now. He's like a OG CryptoPunk holder.
What is his name?
Deez, Deeeze. And I think his Twitter is Deezify, but he's got a pretty large platform, and I've been following him for a while, and it was cool to interview him. Yep, that's him right there.
Nice. All right.
But I just like how authentic he is. For someone who has such a large platform, he's just very true and authentic to his own views, and like doesn't cater to maybe what the market wants him to do or anything like that. He's just very authentic with what he does, and is happy to explain his decisions, because like there's always a lot of drama in the space that pops up every now and then, and like he sold an honorary that a collection made for him, and it was this whole thing. People were giving him a bunch of crap for it, and he's like just very true to like his reasoning why he did it. And I just have a lot of respect for people that don't just like do things because the crowd wants them to.
I'm looking at his his feed right now. He showed up something. It looks like something he was speaking at. He showed up with a Pepe mask on.
Yeah, he's definitely about the culture to the core.
That's
good, dude.
Yeah, and I see he gives a shout out to, I'm assuming his wife or Mrs. Deez. He's tagged her on this thing. So
great people. I had the pleasure of meeting them both at NYC as well.
Oh, they were there this year?
Yeah, I met him at a event that Alien Queen was one of the lead artists for that
Right.
event. That's cool.
Man, you already are, and I'm gonna predict just gonna continue to be really well connected in the space with the show that you're doing, and all these people that you got to meet in New York. So keep up the good work.
Likewise, man. It was cool to to be able to do this and reconnect again, because I definitely enjoyed our interactions when we were chatting in New York City. So it's cool to see like the people you meet. It doesn't just stay there. Like people are really building connections and growing. It's cool.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So I just realized we got to name our goo ball.
I got it going.
Oh, you do? You want to share your screen?
Yeah. I got 3 names so far. I made 2 of them myself, and I took one from the crowd. Postman Pat, which is a classic cartoon.
Yeah.
If you've ever heard of him.
Let's see.
Gooman, which is a knock from Newman Seinfeld. I guess he was a postman. I never watched that show, but he was a postman. I put Gooman. And then Mr. McFeely is he's the postman for Mr. Rogers.
Okay.
Those are
Those are our 3 names right now. If anyone has any other name suggestions,
I wanted to. I don't know. It's like only
Yeah,
if you're
that's a
tuned
good
into
one,
this.
but-
Only if you're tuned into this stream would you get it. But I feel like Koi's name Koi, make it gooey, like gooey ball. But people would just think it says gooey ball. I think if
Like
we
that?
did that,
or like that.
it's just G-O. It's gooey. Yeah, like his name. But I don't know. I don't know if people would get it. People might think that it's supposed to be gooey. Does that matter? Not really. But
My favorite one's Postman Pat. So
just leave it gooey.
I'll just leave it at gooey. Yeah.
All right, just leave it.
Well, what other names for mailmen are there? Like even like maybe in Britain or
I was looking it up.
Yeah, postman.
Famous postal workers.
Call him Carl Malone. Carl Malone.
why?
Carl Malone's nickname was the postman.
Oh yeah.
Oh, because of basketball.
Basketball, yeah.
beautiful.
Chetty, look at the ad in Chetty's thing. Wait, was that Chetty and King's screen? Whose screen was that? Go back. Anyway.
Which one was this one? I think.
It's like
I think it's going to go away now. There was just something funny that popped up. It's not there anymore. Walter Goonke. All right.
Walter
Oh,
Goonkite.
I like Gooman. Gooman's a good one.
Yeah.
The episode where Jerry tries to do Newman's job is so funny. It plays on so many like very true mailman tropes.
Yeah, Newman. All right,
Let's
we'll
see.
just,
let me ask ChatGPT.
Walter Goonkite. I just like that name, so I'll just put that in. Willie Lump Lump? What is that? I put it in. I don't know what that is, but it's funny. Willie Lump Lump.
Oh, you got that from Chat GPT?
No, that's
I'm
what
asking
Justin
ChatGPT
Celtic
right now.
Court put in.
That's Keegs GPT.
Keys PT. Willie Lump Lump. So funny.
Let's see. We got Postal Picasso, Package Pundit, Mail Marvel,
Package
Postmaster
Pundit?
Flash, The Delivery Dynamo, Captain Catalog, Parcel Prankster, Postal Ninja, Mail
Chat
Monarch,
GPT.
Sir Post-a-Lot, Delivery Dasher,
Sir Post a lot.
They post a lot. Like
The Mail
how's that spelled?
Maestro. The Mail Maestro, that's a good one. Mailbox Magician, Postal Jester, The Package Prodigy, Sir Deliver a Lot, The Envelope
I like that
Enthusiast.
Sir, deliver a lot. We have Chat GPT just start running the stream.
His Prodigy, Sir Post a lot, Package Pundit, Willie Lump Lump, Walter Goonkite, Gooey, Mr.
I hope we get
McFeely, Gooman, and Postman Pat. I think we'll stop with those.
I hope we get Willie Lump Lump.
Willie. Oh no! There we go.
You gotta get the Duck Gods ready.
Come on, please be Willie Lump Lump.
Or it's gonna end up being like
Really
Gooey.
lump lump. Where'd that come from?
Package Prodigy for the dub. All right, Duck Gods for spoken. Package Prodigy.
The Duck Gods have spoken.
There it is.
Dude, that is just Willie Lump Lump was so good. Too bad. Too bad he didn't win.
Duck Gods didn't choose him. We that's
All
our
right, so we're
only
gonna get this minted here now. Let me get our
Yeah.
OpenSea collection up.
Our only religion is the Duck Gods. All major business decisions come down to the Duck Gods.
GooBalls.io. Okay, let's see.
Did you end up going to any other hangouts after? I'm trying to think because we met on Thursday. I know a lot of people left Friday after everything ended. Did you stick around?
Yeah, I was there until Saturday. Actually,
You left Saturday?
I stayed Saturday and
Oh,
then
you
drove
should've-
back up on Sunday.
You could have came to our party we had.
Yeah, it's
I think
kind of
I-
a spur-of-the-moment decision.
I probably told them about it. I'll have to check our DMs.
I think he did. I believe What did I even end up doing? Like, dude, it's all such a blur to me because there's so many different things happening. Like,
Right.
it's hard for me to even differentiate what happened each day. Like Tuesday through Thursday is just one big like montage for me.
Yeah, our goal next year is to do something on Thursday because I mean, it kind of worked out doing it on Saturday because no one else really did anything on Saturday. But there was a good chunk of people that even left like Friday after, like right after the conference is over, especially people who are in Europe. So we're definitely gonna probably do Thursday next year. But I'm looking at it here. Yeah, I DM'd him a GooCon ad. Guys, what is this one?
Yeah, I do remember talking about it briefly when we were chatting at the event.
Wait, why is that not popping up? Yeah. I don't know why it's not popping up. But
Downloads. Let's see. Package Prodigy.
yeah, it's not
That's
working.
all I want. We're about to get this guy
Tell you
minted
what,
here.
The
About to start the
GooBall
auction.
collection on ETH is looking good. Starting
It
to
is.
diversify.
I still got to convert mine.
We'll
So
get there
we,
one day.
We might have time for it tonight, though.
Oh, I'm down. So basically, if we have 100 GooBalls on the Wax blockchain coin, if anyone ever wants to convert theirs from Wax to Ethereum, it's a very manual process. But basically, they send it to our Wax wallet, and then we burn it, and then we send them the new GooBall on Ethereum. So we've had a few people, yeah, had a few people do it, and I think if somebody is looking to get, I don't know what they're selling for on Wax right now, but I feel like that's the angle. Is just you get it on Wax and then burn it and convoid it.
I'm looking at Kenneth Ghouls right now. I like that one.
Yeah, that was I had him on Wax and flipped him over.
We're about to get this one minted. About to get the auction started.
That's the
as
highest
well.
listed GooBall right now, 500 ETH.
Unbelievable.
That
See,
floor
let's-
price as well.
Timed auction. Sell to the highest bidder. Starting price.
Oh, I got to connect my.
Yeah, I think out of the new ones, Chief Joker is probably one of the best.
Yeah, for
That
sure.
was a really good one. Yep.
Yeah, that
That
one's
was
solid.
that was when Chief Chungo was on. You see, he's got the Chungo pin.
July. Let's see. We're going into next week is June 26th. At what time do we do it? 9:15, or do we do 9:20?
920.
920. I feel like you ask that every week.
I do.
And
Because you're waiting for us to say 9:15.
and Package Prodigy does have Soar on his bag.
Yeah, it's so cool. I like how that came out a lot.
June 26,
We always
9:20.
try and get a little something from our guest in on the GooBall.
Complete listing.
Package Prodigy's he's looking good. He's looking good.
Do you see him on the thing already?
We haven't had a
I
big
think it's
GooBall
on.
in a while.
I see him on OpenSea. He's already got a couple views there.
It has now been listed as an auction. So let me make
Alright,
a
let
tweet
me-
about it.
Yeah.
Oh, I already got 3 views. Nice. From you guys.
All right, we'll drop it in. I'll drop it in the chat. Oh, you already got it. All right.
All right, let me make a tweet real quick then about this little guy.
This is awesome.
Rising Dragons, I see you're dropping NFTs in the Telegram. Oh, you know what? I just remembered I made a bunch of. So the cool thing about Wax is you can mint NFTs for like pennies. Like you can just crank them out, which definitely makes Wax different. And I forgot I made a bunch last week that I wanted to drop in the Twitch chat. So guys, get ready. I'm gonna give away some NFTs here in a moment in the old Twitch chat.
Neither. All right, I want to put this in the tweet. Neither rain, nor snow, nor sleet, nor hail shall postmen from their appointed rounds, baby.
Ain't that the truth?
Oh, tell us about some of your craziest weather you've dealt with.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, in
We get-
Syracuse, you gotta be walking through like feet of snow.
Yeah. The past couple of years, Buffalo's had it worse, but we're notorious for catching so much snowfall in the wintertime. You get a ton of lake effect snow.
Yeah,
That's usually the worst.
We
of
do
it.
too over here.
Mm.
in Cleveland.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, it gets nasty out there. Honestly, just driving the vehicles is the worst of it, though, because there isn't a postal vehicle in sight that's good in the snow.
I bet they're probably terrible.
And do you have any routes that you have to like deliver mail from the truck, like the side of the road?
In the city, there is a couple, but I don't have anything like that on my route. I basically like park on a corner and walk a couple blocks.
That do you like that better? Or do you wish you were doing it in the car?
I don't know. I feel like I would like being out of the elements a little bit more in a vehicle. But I feel like there would be just as many, if not more, nuances that bug me about that than there are about actually just like walking and doing it. Like routine motion with your body and that leading to health problems, or being in a vehicle that doesn't have proper AC, stuff like that.
Yeah, I wonder what's more dangerous.
Oh, we're sold out, guys.
Like, are you at more of a risk?
I'm about to
Well,
cut you off,
You might
Chet.
have sidewalks. You have sidewalks, you'd be good. But I feel like cars could easily run into a
Dude,
mail
that's a
truck.
beast.
I gotta do a real quick animation.
GooBalls have sold out again. If you want one, go and join the action.
Goo, let's freaking goo.
Let's go. Where is it?
Here's the tweet. If you guys want to go give that a like, retweet, or whatever you want to do, just put it into the chat. I'm gonna send it to you, Adam, in the private chat as well.
Who fade? Oh, there he is, Justin Clayton with that first bid. There it is. I saw there's gasless bids now on ETH, so that's kind of.
Is that Justin? Can you don't have to even pay the wrap the weave,
No, you gotta pay to wrap weed.
but even for a bid or like before you actually pay it.
Are you by chance a SpongeBob fan, Coy?
Oh, absolutely.
That's how
we always like to talk. I'm sure we're actually probably late to the party on this joke, but there's wrapped ETH and ETH, so we always go. Wait, how do you do it?
Oh, Eve! I thought you meant we.
I like that.
We. I thought you said ETH.
That's a classic.
Which one is that? That was one that never they didn't air it on TV as frequently as some of the other ones.
That was on TV, wasn't it?
It was on TV, but I feel like it was one where if you were watching it and like waiting and hoping that they would air that episode, that one didn't get played as much. But I think is the one with the Dutchman's treasure. Is that it?
Kui
Chatty
Creates
Cheeks.
followed us on Twitter after I just followed him because I realized we weren't following him.
Well, you know what's funny is you said earlier on the stream, you said thanks for the follow to like somebody who subscribed during the stream, and then Koi was like, "Oh yeah, no problem." Dude.
Well, somebody named T Experts followed us, but
That's funny.
oh, is that Kui? Oh, okay.
It was like, oh, I must have followed them back. Like, cool. I don't know.
That's funny. Package Prodigy.
I like that one. It's got a good ring to it.
I think he's gonna do well.
Double P.
Oh, can we talk about? I'm happy to burn. First of all, the goo ball that I've been waiting to burn. If we have time to do it, but I feel like we gotta tell the Professor Puddlewick story again.
The what?
The story of how goo balls were created.
Oh. Let me pull it up.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull up my Discord as well.
Oh yeah, we also do a thing with the Pope. We just take the Pope christens.
Adam, you read it this time. I read that thing last time.
He christens every goo ball that we make.
I love that. That's a great meme.
We got a surprise goo ball guest today. Micah, say hi to everyone.
A little goo ball.
Let me show him the one we made today.
He'll remember.
Package Prodigy. You see the goo ball? Where's he at?
It's not moving like the intro.
Look at the goo ball. Go.
Little Mike, little baby Micah.
He just was crying and woke up from his sleep. So it's time to go back to bed. He's teething right now, so he'll just randomly wake up in the middle of the night crying. Hopefully get through it soon. Cool. All right, say bye to everyone. Say
bye,
Goo
Mike.
Crew. Goo Crew. Goo Crew. Goo Crew. Let's roll. Be right back.
What episode of GooBalls in the future will Micah actually be able to say, "Let's go Goo Crew"?
Probably a long time from now.
I guess so mom's getting stuff ready right now, so we're just gonna hang out here. Where were we at? What were we doing? What's up? Wardam says hi, Micah.
Ward and Clayton.
Where were we at? Oh, we were gonna tell the Puddlewick story.
Yeah.
Let me shut this door. Get some got a scholarship waiting for Mike at Auburn. Yep. Gonna go play some Wardam football. You got it, Chetty? I noticed my Discord actually signed me out.
No, you got to read it this time. I spent all the time reading it last week.
All right. Let me pull it up here. If I have to log back in, then I'm just gonna read it off of my phone. Oh, cool. I got it. All right. So this is the GooBalls story. Oh. And I'm passing this goo ball back to Mama. Once upon a time, in a whimsical world where magic and wonder thrived, there existed a humble and eccentric alchemist named Professor Cornelius Puddlewick. Professor Puddlewick had spent his life studying the mystical properties of various substances, hoping to unlock the secrets of creation itself. One fateful day, as Professor Puddlewick was experimenting with a new combination of magical essences, an accidental mishap occurred in his lab. A vibrant explosion of enchantment engulfed the room, filling the air with shimmering sparkles and a peculiar aroma of sweetness. When the glittering particles finally settled, the professor found himself surrounded by a collection of small, colorful blobs of goo, each with a unique expression on his face, or its face. These were the very first GooBalls. With their soft, pliable bodies and endearing eyes, they captured the professor's heart immediately. As Professor Puddlewick observed the GooBalls closely, he realized that each one possessed a distinct personality and set of traits. Some were mischievous and playful, bouncing joyfully around the room. Others were gentle and nurturing, always seeking comfort to those in need. Some had an insatiable curiosity, while others possessed remarkable artistic talents. The GooBalls were a delightful amalgamation of emotions, ready to bring love and happiness to the world. Overwhelmed with joy, Professor Puddlewick decided to share his newfound companions with the world. He discovered that GooBalls thrived on love, care, and positivity. As long as they were surrounded by these sentiments, they grew stronger and happier. The professor knew that his creation had a profound purpose to spread happiness and love far and wide, making the world a better place. And so, Professor Puddlewick and the GooBalls embarked on a journey to share their infectious joy with all they encountered. They visited schools, hospitals, and communities, bringing smiles and laughter wherever they went. The GooBalls' goal was to uplift spirits, encourage kindness, and remind everyone that no matter their shape or size, everyone had something special to offer. In the years that followed, the GooBalls became beloved companions for people of all ages. They offered comfort in times of sadness, inspiration in times of doubt, and a constant reminder that love and compassion could conquer any challenge. Through their boundless enthusiasm and infectious charm, the GooBalls brought people together, fostering connections and creating a world that thrived on empathy and understanding. And so, the GooBalls' enchanting journey continues as they venture forth into the hearts of countless individuals, reminding them the magic that lies within themselves. With their unconditional love and unwavering optimism, these cute little blobs of goo continue to spread joy, leaving a trail of happiness wherever they go.
Shout out to the GooBalls.
What's the TLDR on that?
What's the what?
The TLDR. Too long
You know,
to
I
read.
see that. I was gonna say, I see that acronym often, and I still don't actually know what it means.
Too long, don't read.
Let me put it in the chat GPT and ask it.
Yeah, because that's too much. I start. It's just long.
I mean, hey, you're head of marketing, right? So you got to tell us what works.
That's not. Nobody's gonna sit there and read that whole thing. No.
Well, that was our Chat GPT inspired GooBall creation of last week, and you know, I'm definitely someone who I've ripped on Chat GPT a lot, but once I saw that, I was like, maybe this app actually is pretty good.
Chat GPT is awesome.
Have you used it for anything?
Ironically, the only time I've actually ever used it, like I've seen people use it for really cool things, but my buddy pulled it out one day just to. He asked GPT to like reimagine the post office jingle, the nor rain or sleet or snow.
Yeah.
He wanted it reimagined in like. He did it in like a Shakespearean style. Another one was done in like a hip hop song style. It's pretty funny.
Nice. Are you a performer of any sorts?
I don't know. I used to like when I was younger, I would freestyle a bit, but
Oh, nice.
other than that, Nah, I kind of do my own thing in my own little corner.
But you've got the freestyling history.
Yeah, I definitely don't do it nearly as much these days, but it's more just a fun hobby more than anything. To just like, I like seeing what people come up with.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Every now and then, the Goo crew knows. Every now and then, we'll do a little freestyle. There's another streamer in our space who's really, I'd say, really good at it. And we had him as a guest on stream one time because we went into his stream, gifted a sub, and then he did this thing where anyone who would like gift him a sub, he would just start freestyling and use their name. And so, yeah, there's a freestyling story for you.
That's sick, actually. That's a really cool idea.
There's another guy in our space. He's on the Wax blockchain. And I don't think he does it every stream, but every now and then he'll have it set up so that he's got silly string. I don't even know how he does it. The silly string is connected to his computer, so when somebody gifts him a sub, he gets sprayed in the face with silly string. There's one time we hit him with two, he just had to get up and he like just left his computer to go wash his eyes out.
Yeah, it was at the end of the can. It was just spraying liquid at him.
Oh no, that sounds rough.
I gotta get my Wendy's is here. I'll be right back. We got a few more minutes.
Well, Goo crew. Another good.
Yep, we're about to be out of here.
Another good
Thank you for joining us for the whole 2 hours. It's normally, sometimes people don't last that long.
I appreciate you guys having me on. It's been a lot of fun. I like
Yeah,
what you
it's
guys
fun.
got going on here.
Yeah, we're just trying to grow our community in the ETH space, and best way to do it, we got to meet everyone, all the artists who's already there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome to see you guys doing that that migration. I think there's a lot of good community members for sure. A lot of diehard people that ride for their communities on ETH.
Yeah, I know you gave us one guy, but if you have any other artists or friends that you think would be good to show up on the show, just let us know.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah, I gotta get. I like the Subtle. Was it Subtle?
Yeah.
Subtle Bubble. Yeah, he's cool.
Subtle Bubble, and we'll see what magic we can work to pull D's. You never know.
Yeah, I mean, he's a really cool dude. He likes fun experiences, so yeah, I was kind of luck of the drop that he ended up chatting with me too. So, yeah, I was very thankful for that one. We've had some really cool guests in the ones that we have done.
What's his name? Subtle what?
Subtle Bubble.
And how'd you say his auctions work again?
So he's done with the collection now, but there's 100 pieces in total, and so he would put up a new NFT with like a placeholder image, and that would get auctioned off once every day until there was 100 of them. And once someone won the auction, he would accept the offer and then reach out to them on Twitter and figure out what they wanted the final piece to look like, and then he would update the metadata.
Dope. And that's the one that you got.
Yep. So I like specifically asked for like the clothes that my Sippy's wearing, certain elements in the background. You know, it's kind of like a commission in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes me wonder if we maybe one day we'll try something out like that. Chetty. Hey Chetty, that's our other favorite quote around here. Anytime we get a good idea, hey Chetty, can you make this? All right, well yeah, we are winding this thing down. Keegs, you got the raid ready?
We're really, I don't know if we're really strong enough for a raid here.
We might as well.
I think we'll just end it.
Let's hit this one. This is a good one right here. I'll put it in the private chat. And he's playing Call of Duty, you guys' favorite. Oh, I wanted to talk to you guys more about Call of Duty. Oh well, another time.
All right, we'll wind it down. Wait, where'd you send it? Oh,
Yeah, you got it right there.
yeah.
Cool. You guys, make sure you go follow Cooley. I just realized we didn't plug his Twitter enough today. I'm going to do it again right now, though. If you're on the replay, hit that like, hit that subscribe. Where's Cooley at?
Right, Rising Dragons. That's what I was thinking. But we got 10 people watching us right now, though.
That's cool. That's cool. Guys, go follow Cooley. Where is...
Hurry up and do it. 'Cause it's about to raid.
Hit it. Cool. Follow button, all that good stuff.
There it
you
is.
guys rock. Peace.
The raid. Ready? It's not doing it yet. We didn't stop it.
No, but we're still alive.
Now I rated. That's funny. All right.